I'm Beth Siebert. I'm with it's Beth Siebert. I'm with Indian River County Fluid Artists. I run a fluid art paint um, page, and I do regular art too. And we are now doing Pandemic Paint Pouring. We are on week number, I believe this is week number 5. And we just poured a painting, and we used the iridescence in black, and we had hoped that the colors were going to come out, but they didn't, so we had to pour over it. So we had to do a double pour. So we're left with all these paint. And there is a saying that sometimes the best paintings get left in the cup or the pan. And so what I'm going to do for the first time ever, and I've never done this before, so again guys, it's an experiment, it may not turn out, so be prepared, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and do a dip. Now if you're wondering what a dip is, that's a pretty good question, because I didn't know what a dip was for a long time. A dip is when you take your paint pan, what's left in your paint pan, and you dip a canvas into it, and you let it pick up what's in the paint pan on the canvas, and you use that as the design. Again, we used our painter's tape. You can see painter's tape all around. We got our big tacks that we get off of Amazon, 8x10 canvases, guys. I got these from Michael's. I do not know where you're going to get them if you're from Florida after tomorrow. If you're from another state, get them now. I have a feeling that it's not going to be the only state that gets shut down. Kids, if you're watching, this is your opportunity to take something that was considered ruined and didn't work and reuse it and make it purposeful. So I really want you to give it a shot. And that way you can't say you're bored, because you're learning a new skill while you're at home. And parents, you can use this as a homeschooling module. This is called a dip. It's literally a dip. And you can go ahead and give it a shot and see. So I'm just going to put it right in the center here and see what we get. I really like that up there, but I like that down there too. So I'm just going to drop. Now I don't want to push too hard, I just want to pick it up, right? So I want to pick it up. And then what I'm gonna do is peel it out of here and flip it and see what we get. 1, 2, 3, up. I've never done this before. Well, that's different. We definitely have to do something about this on the side, because this is definitely not covered. And we're kind of missing some stuff in the middle there. So what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Well, I have these butter dish cups right back here. Let me see where it is. Maybe I don't, yeah. That I got at the dollar store back in the day. And I'm going to just scoop some of this paint off and see if I can't pick it up and run it right through the center here. Just like this. Just, you know, it's kind of a ribbon pour, but it's not really. Let's kind of do something fancy so it kind of give some continuity to it, because it looks like just looks like it's not continuous. So we've got lots of good cells here. I mean, we really have a good cell painting going on. I like a lot of the colors. Some of it's a bit dark for me. I'm not crazy about the black over there, so I'm gonna rinse my butter dish real quick. I like bright colors. That probably is just something to do with my personality. I'm just a bright color kind of girl. And so let me dip again. pick up what I can. Oh gosh, I got black in there again. And see if I can't pour through some of this. And just pour that out. Do a ribbon pour through there. And then I'm going to just trace back behind this. And then go up in here. Just follow that around. Now when you do a pour like this, it's called, when you pick up all this paint and you pour like this, it's called a ribbon pour. So that you know you're putting down little ribbons. Like that's a ribbon and that's a ribbon. And so we're going to go ahead and try and get one more ribbon in there just for some continuity's sake. And so I don't want anyone to really be bored, kids. And parents, I hope you guys are doing this together. I hope the whole family's sitting here and doing it. It's not going to hurt anybody to take some time and learn a new skill together and spend some time together and just enjoy it. Painting is very therapeutic. Not to be pedantic about it, but just saying. It's very relaxing and I enjoy it thoroughly. And my hope is that you find some peace by doing this through this pandemic. See, I'm just lining these up. I really want to cut into that one too. I'm not wild about that. No, let's see. I gotta get something that isn't black. See, unfortunately, you know, never use a lot of black. That's a good rule to start with. Always try and use the least amount of black you can because black kind of takes over your paintings. For some reason, it always seems to do it. And I find it to be quite a pain when it does. Okay, so now we have a dip. This is what's known as a dip. You have cells in here I haven't even touched. So let me turn it for you to see. It's quite bizarre. It's quite organic. I mean, it's kind of out there. But for a dip and no planning, pretty good. So let's go ahead and try and get some of this paint to cell up. We also have to get the air bubbles out. That's another thing that really I'm not mentioning a lot, and I should be, is that when you pour, you get air bubbles, and you really need to get those out of your paintings when you do that. And the way you do that is with heat. There's also silicone in here, and we're trying to bring up the silicone. So, I mean, we're doing a lot of things with just this little old painting. So, and kids, don't torch, don't play with the heat gun. The heat gun is the parents. Nobody gets burned. We have limited access to medical care. It has to be safe for everybody that's sick right now. So, no playing around with the heat gun, and I'm not recommending anyone use a torch. I only use it because I've been doing it for a long time, and this is what I have. I wasn't going to go out and buy I wasn't even prepared to do this, actually. When it came about, I just suddenly thought, well, gee, wouldn't it be nice if somebody got online and kind of gave parents a break and kids a break and taught art class? Wouldn't that be neat? And then I said, gee, what's holding you back from doing it? And the truth was nothing was holding me back from doing it, so I did it. So I'm just going to touch up the sides over here with the paint that's down here, because we have just a tremendous amount of paint. Always paint your sides. If you ever decide to sell, or you ever, I'm hoping you guys have brilliant paintings, much better than mine, and that you all put them up on my website. I will be thrilled. I'd be thrilled if I just heard from a parent and a kid that they were doing this. I mean, it would just tickle me to no end. But what I'd like to see is, you know, if you ever decide to sell your paintings, they have to be professionally done. That's why I'm teaching you to put the tape on the back and I'm teaching you to go ahead and do that, make certain your sides are covered, because, you know, your sides are very pretty. And so, I mean, honestly, this is like because it's a dip, I can do this. I'm just going to do it real quick. Watch. There you go. That's how quick that happens. And then you just run your finger. And then everything just smooches together. It's like it is the perfect way to get things done when you're dealing with a dip. So I really hope that this time is spent reflecting as a nation, that we're really, not just a nation, but we're one big family, and we're here for each other. And as a world, I mean, I heard Chris Martin from Coldplay, and it's like, it's the first time we've all been on the same page in a long time, and it really is true. And, we are, despite our geography, despite our nationality, despite our race or our religion or our creed, we're all in the same boat right now. So if somebody in India is doing this, thank goodness. I love you guys in India. I love everybody. I love everybody from every country. So let me show you, just dip again. Just slide it in there, if you can get it in. Whoops. And then you go back and you do the other side and flip it back. And make certain those sides are covered too, and you're done. I mean, you don't want to make mud, but you definitely want to be able to have these covered to the point that you don't have to go back and recover. If you have to recover, it's not a big deal. I mean, you can always touch up after you're done painting. It's really not that big of a deal. So this is Beth Siebert, and I am praying for the world. I am here teaching art to the children of the world and the parents of the world and anybody that's interested in art. I'm here for you, man. I am sitting here, and I'm going to do these 8x10s until we're all okay. So and thank you to all the fluid artists that share all their work on YouTube. There are so many people that have shared their work that I can't even go into the names because I'd be on for another half hour. And I want to thank all of them because they're really my inspiration for helping everybody else. So stay safe, stay home. God bless you. It's only a month. You guys can do it. We all can do it. We're Floridians. We're Americans. We're the world. We are each other. There's no line of delineation. We're here for each other. If somebody's in Egypt doing this, I would be thrilled. I would be thrilled if you're in the Democratic Republic of Congo doing this. I would be so thrilled to hear from any of you. So I want to thank you for watching and listening to my paint lesson. And I really hope you share and you actually partake and then you share your work with me. That would thrill me to no end. So thank you so much. This is Beth Siebert. This is it's Pandemic Paint Pouring, week number 5, the dip. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And we're out.